Yeah,
nice.
you know what I used to do whenever I used to have chocolate. So at that time, I used to gesture to my father, Papa. I
Yeah.
used to ask money like through my fingers gesture. I used to do many things which easily like girls never do. You know, I used to do
Okay.
those things only. I used to feel like I'm a boy. And I used to go anywhere. I used to have that leadership quality. I used to have a
Yeah.
gang where I used to be a
Yeah.
leader all the time. So,
You would behave
yes,
like a boss lady.
they
Girls
mess
sleep
up the
more,
room and they never love to clean that, you know, boys.
clean it.
But
Yeah.
if you are a
Yeah.
girl, then you will mess up the room and you will love to clean that. They will do
Yeah.
experiment. They will do experiment in kitchen and washroom also, like with toothpaste, shampoo. Like I can't tell you
Hmm.
what they do at home, you know.
Yes.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Alia. How are you?
I'm great. Um, Mansi, can you tell me something more about yourself? What do you do? Where are you from?
Okay. As you already know, my name is Mansi. I hail from Delhi. If I talk about my profession, so by profession, I'm a teacher. I'm not a government
Okay.
teacher and I'm not a private teacher. I teach online and it's my
Okay.
own brand, Housewife English Corner. I run Facebook page also where I have 54, around like 55K something followers. And on
Okay.
YouTube, I have 11 plus K subscribers. Yeah, that's all.
Arey वाह. So what do you
Mhm.
teach?
I teach English.
You teach English.
Yeah, I
Uh,
teach English.
then what?
Act-
Okay. Then what brings you to
Actually,
Clappingo?
my problem is I just
Hmm.
like I want to speak like native speakers. When I speak, I just use my simple vocabulary and all the things. So I want to use some
Right.
advanced vocabulary. Try to do this
Okay.
to get fluency,
Okay.
to sound like native speakers, advanced speakers. So that's why this is my aim.
Right. Right. So do you consume a lot of English content for that also?
Yeah, whenever I get time. Actually, I'm a mother too. I have two kids and they are very notorious, and that's why whenever I get time, I just focus on my
Yeah.
goal, on myself, on my communication skills. It's very difficult every day to get time for myself.
Correct.
And nowadays, summer vacations are going on, so that's why it's very difficult.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the
Hmm.
reason.
So how old are your kids?
My younger one is 5 years old, 5.5, and my adult son is 10 years old. That's all.
Oh, they're really small right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
What do
must
you
need
do?
a lot of your attention.
Yes. It's not a problem, but yeah, I have to do this every day. I don't
Right,
have choice.
right.
Being a mother,
So
you
what
don't
is
have
your
choice. Mhm.
sorry? Being a mother,
Being a
you don't
mother,
have a
you don't
choice.
have choice. You have to serve these things. You have to pay, like, you have to pay attention. You have to serve 24/7. You have to do these things.
Yeah.
What do
So
you?
according to sorry, what do I do?
Yeah.
I am pretty young. I am 22 years old.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not so
I
old. I'm also 32. I'm also so young.
You are
I'm
younger
also
than
young.
me. You're younger
Yes,
than me.
absolutely
But
right.
the point being,
You
I
are
am not
22,
married.
right?
Yes, and I don't have so many responsibilities per se. I am
That's a good thing.
responsible
That's
for
a
for
good thing
myself, and that's about it.
for yourself. Yeah, you have lots of time for yourself, right? Now you're free, totally free.
Saying that now you are totally free. There is no responsibility as like I have, and you
Yeah,
can focus on your goal, on your dreams. You can live your life according to you. So previously, I was also used to do the same. I also used to do the same. I also used to have fun. But now, after
hmm.
getting married, you have to do this. You can't
Yeah,
ignore. If you want to be a good mother, you can't ignore it, right?
hmm.
You have to.
True, true, true. I've always seen my mom do a
Hmm.
lot, sacrifice a lot for me and the family. And I don't know how will I do it when I have to. I really don't. I have a
Yeah,
lot of
sometimes I
respect
get
for all
irritated
the women.
easily. Sometimes easily I get irritated. Most of the
You get
time, not
irritated.
sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So according to you, what is the best part about being a mom? And what is something that you tolerate about being a mom?
If I talk about the best part of being mom, so that is like when we are unmarried, at that time, we can't understand easily like what our mothers doing, what our mothers doing for
Hmm.
us, and which type of sacrifice they are like doing in their life, and what they actually
Right.
want, and what we are doing being a like kid. But after being
Yeah.
mother, you get everything in your mind easily, like which type of problem your mother used to have when you were a kid, how you used to like do the blunders all the time. So you get these things easily. And
Yeah.
if I talk about what was your next question?
What is something that you tolerate or hate about being a mom, per
Mom,
se?
like every time you have to be ready for everything. This is I don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
I don't want.
Hmm. Hmm. So, in your journey of being a mom so far, what is the one thing that you think has taught you a lot about parenting? Something that might have happened, something that your children might have done, or something that you might have done that has given you a life lesson, an incident, or anything that you would like to share.
Like when we were kid, na, at that time, like if we had fight with anybody, so we used to be so curious to know about that fight and to do fight also. But now after being mom, if our children do
Mm.
these things, like these things, like they are fighting with anybody, they are like doing anything. So we have that patience. So patience I am learning from my kids because
Yeah.
if you are a mother, you have to do all the things. You must
Yes.
have some patience, then you can manage everything. Otherwise, if you
Mm.
are impatient, then you can't do anything, and you
Mm.
can't manage anything. You can't guide your kids easily. So
Yes.
this
Yes.
is the thing only which I'm learning after being a mom. Otherwise, I don't know
So they've
anything.
taught you to be more patient in
Yeah,
life.
because
Yes.
previously I was not so patient, but now
Okay.
I'm learning about
Yeah.
it.
Yes. It took my mom a very long time to learn that.
Okay.
Very long. She would fire me left, right, and center.
Okay.
I would get scolded every day.
Hmm.
Um, but now she's much more patient with me than she used to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, good. And you're a mother of two sons, correct?
Hmm.
So how is that? Have you ever thought if you would have had a daughter,
Yeah,
life
I
would have
wanted to
been
have a daughter. I wanted to have a daughter. It was my dream. When I conceived my second baby,
yeah.
at that time I was feeling like it was girl inside me. But that was
Yeah.
not girl, that was boy only. Being a mother of a girl and a boy, it's quite like easy thing, you can manage. And if you are a
Hmm.
mother of two girls, it's very simple thing. There is no problem in your life. But if you are a mother of two son, like you will face so many blunders in your life. They will do every time like
Yeah.
anything unnecessarily. They will do
Yeah.
experiment. They will do experiment in kitchen and washroom also, like with toothpaste, shampoo. Like I can't tell
Hmm.
you what they do at home. It's very challenging for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I think girls also have their fair share of being notorious,
But they
but then
understand
their
things easily more than
yeah,
that.
their level is also subtle. Mhm.
Hmm.
Like they would do things and then yeah, they would sleep off.
They
Girls
mess
sleep
up the
more,
room and they never love to clean that, boys.
clean it.
But
Yeah.
if you are a
Yeah.
girl, then you will mess up the room and you will love to clean that. You will organize everything. But
Yes. Yes.
they don't
I
do.
also think that we should not um like not all girls are simple kids and not
Similar.
all boys are difficult
Yeah, that's
kids.
also a
But
thing.
then when you are talking about the normal, like the other day I was at a friend's birthday party. Mm.
Okay.
And he just turned 23, and his parents were telling us how notorious he was as a child,
Mhm.
and I could never imagine being that child. It is just not in me. I was never that notorious. In spite of
Hmm.
being one of the most notorious kids my parents have imagined
Oh,
me to be. Yeah.
okay.
So, do you remember the kind of mischiefs that you would do in your childhood? And then if you can compare it to your children, what they do today.
Actually, they are exactly same as I used to be in my childhood. You know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think I used to be more notorious than them. So
Really?
that's why I can imagine easily what my mother used to face at that time when I was kid. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot, not from my kids, from my mother. Like she's teaching me indirectly. Like she's not telling anything.
Right.
Whatever I'm facing, whatever they are doing with me and in their life,
Yes.
I'm learning through all these things. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to be so notorious and I used to do many things which easily like girls never do. I used to do
Okay.
those things only. I used to feel like I'm a boy and I used to go anywhere. I used to have that leadership quality. I used to have a
Yeah.
gang where I used to be a
Yeah.
leader all the time.
You would behave
Yes.
like a boss lady. So, did you
Yeah,
have
I used to do
siblings
these
growing
type
up?
of things. Hmm.
Did you have siblings growing up?
Yes, I'm the
Yes.
elder one. I have two
Yes.
brothers.
Okay.
So
So,
they
how
were so
is your
quite like
relationship with them?
they were so
Hmm.
easygoing. They both were so easygoing. Still, they are so
Oh,
matured rather than me.
right.
So they treat me, I'm the younger sister.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So growing up, your mother has had a totally different equation at home. She had to handle you more than your brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously. Seriously. Hmm.
Okay.
What
Okay.
about your
Very
childhood?
my childhood. So I have been an only child to my parents and my grandparents on both sides. So my nana, nani, dada, dadi. I don't even have first cousins. I have been loved to the core by everybody. If I don't get something from my mom, I would get it from my dad. If I don't get it from both of my parents, I would get it from my grandparents from either side. But somebody or the other would get me whatever I want. So I was never short of things. And yeah, I was very stubborn. I
Same
would
here,
always,
same here,
yes.
same here. And my father used to support me a lot. Whenever I used to ask Papa, I want this. Next day, that thing used to be at my home.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad would not get me things out of my mother's fear because my mother would keep everything um under her control. But then my grandfather would not hesitate. My dada would get me stuff either or. And then he would be like, don't tell your mom. It's a secret between the two of us. So if I want to eat a chocolate and I was allergic to chocolates as a kid, but if I wanted to have a chocolate, he would take me out, he would feed me a chocolate,
Good.
and then he would be like, don't tell your mom. Otherwise, both of us are going to have it tonight.
Yeah, you know what I used to do whenever I used to have chocolate. So at that time, I used to gesture to my father, Papa. I used to ask money like through my fingers gesture.
So my grandfather was also a farmer. So he would go in the morning and come back in the evening on most days. So if he was not around, there was a box of money that he would keep, and I knew where the
And
box
you were
was kept.
allowed to get
Yes,
money.
and I was allowed to take money
It
out of it. The only thing is that box only had coins. It never had notes.
notes.
So and it would have a lot of coins. It would have like 102 rupee coins. So it would have around 200 rupees. And that was a lot for me as a child.
Yeah.
And then I would take all the coins, I would sit and count them. And if I needed like 40 rupees, I would count 20 coins and then take those 20 coins to somebody and say, please give me a packet of Maggie or a packet of chips or something. And that's how I used to be. Yeah.
Yes. So which thing did you used to like in your childhood? Like which food did you used to like in your childhood?
I used to love, so there
As
were a
you as
couple
you
of
talked
things
about Maggie, as you talked about Maggie, so
yeah.
Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie was one thing. Yes, I would love
Seriously?
Maggie as a child. Yes, I
Still?
loved. I
Still?
still like Maggie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I still like Maggie, but I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
Okay.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
good.
like Maggie,
It's
is
good
it?
for your health. No, I don't eat anything outside from outside like pizza, burger, chow mein,
Yeah,
golgappe, anything like
yeah.
Maggie, anything I don't like. Previously, I was
You want,
crazy about these all things, but not now.
yeah. Do you
It's
want to
been four
say you don't
years.
like
It's
anything?
been 4 years I have stopped eating it.
Good, good. So do you want to say you don't like anything that's junk rather than
Junk
saying
and
anything from
one
outside?
more fear I have that it is
Hmm.
actually vegetarian or not. So this is also have inside me. So that's why I don't
Yeah,
want to have anything
true,
from
true, true.
outside.
So there's a lot of mixing in food.
Hmm.
That's called
We can't believe in
adulteration.
it. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't believe in these type of things.
yeah. So that's one more word for you, adulteration. Adulterated
Adulteration.
food, that is a lot of mixing, which you don't know what is going in the food that you're eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But today, if you ask me what is my favorite food, I would say hands down khichdi with some ghee.
That's amazing. That's very delicious.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
My husband cooks very delicious khichdi.
Really amazing.
Hmm.
That's you're very lucky to have such a
Yeah.
husband. Yes. Good. I think we've had a very fruitful conversation. Um, I was thinking, what will I talk about,
In
considering that
this
there's no
session.
topic that we've gotten.
Okay.
But I really had a good time talking to you.
Oh,
And I
that's
hope you had a good time too.
yes, yes,
Uh,
of course.
I do have a few pointers to discuss as we are almost approaching the end of this session. But before I dive into it, do you have any questions for me? Anything you would
No,
like to discuss?
yes, no.
I can start. Okay. So, overall, you're doing pretty well. You're very confident. You're completing your sentences, which is a very good sign. A few things that you might want to work on. You used gestures with your
Father.
father to show if you had a chocolate or not. You might want to say, I made some gestures.
Okay, made. Okay,
Okay?
now I'm making gestures. I made
Yeah.
gestures. Okay, I got it.
Yes. Keep learning newer things.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's about it.
And one more
Anything
thing,
you have for me?
sometimes I'm so
Yes.
fluent, sometimes I just start making mistake whole the day. Whole day
Oh,
I start
that's
making
okay.
mistakes.
Everybody has their bad days, and everybody have their good days.
Good
So
days.
that's no judgment on that.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a kid now, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Good.
learning.
Sab maaf hai. Good. Very good. I'm imagining the weather in Delhi must be really bad right now.
Where do you
Very
belong
hot.
to?
Sorry?
Where do you belong to?
I belong to Gujarat. I am in
Okay.
Baroda right
And
now.
how's the weather
And I
there?
as bad as Delhi.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. As
Oh.
bad as Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
We are hitting 45 degrees
Mm-hmm. Same
for
here.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. And I think both the cities are not close to water bodies. So it just if you step out, you get dehydrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always
So that's
carry one
how,
water bottle with me.
yeah, and I don't go out in the afternoon at all. If I'm at home, I'm at home. I don't step out till evening.
Mm-hmm.
Or I go early morning and come back. I can't do afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I have had a great time talking to you. And I really
Same
hope
here.
I get to talk to you again on the platform.
Is it
Have
not
fun.
in your hand? It is not in your hand?
No, actually, I am on the platform. You might be
Mhm.
able to book a session with me. If you find an open slot with me, sure,
Okay.
it's
What is
there.
the name of that platform?
I am on Clapingo.
Okay, I know this. Mhm.
Yes. So, if you book your sessions on Clapingo, correct?
No, I don't book anything. Like they send me link. If I'm telling that at this time I'm free, they send me link.
Oh. Oh, that's how
This
it
is
is.
how I'm
Okay.
making.
No, no, no. So I used to teach on this platform a few months ago,
Okay.
and then the students would book their slots themselves. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, but whoever has sent you a link, just ask them to connect us
Hmm.
together again if they can. So
Yes.
we'll meet. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. I really had
Yes,
a
have a great day.
very beautiful day. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you. Yes, you too.
Bye.
Bye.